Let's quickly shift focus to the real estate pack. Yesterday, we saw a fair amount of selling pressure on realty stocks across the board, Mumbai, non-Mumbai, all over. We have Sumit Kumar, who tracks the sector at JM Financial Institutional Equities, now joining in. Sumit, thanks very much for being here. We'll get to your overall sector view in just a bit. But on yesterday's selling, is there anything particular that perhaps could have been the trigger, or do you think it was just one of those routine market profit-taking days?
Yeah, I don't think so. We should read, too much into a single day performance of all these stocks. I think in terms of demand, obviously, first half of the financial year is a seasonally weak quarter with Shad and, non-auspicious days. Quite a few of them are there in this period. So, the developers also hold back on the launches. Obviously, there's been the impact of rainfall, etc. All of that, the footfalls at the sales offices have been down. So this is just a short-term impact, which is probably a sort of a manifestation of what's happening externally. There is a good launch pipeline for all the tier 1 developers, the reputed developers, the listed developers. All of that is being bunched up in the second half, and the absorption at launches has still been healthy. Obviously, we've not seen many sellouts, as that has been the case in the last 2 or 3 years. But yeah, the absorption still at about 50% of the inventory that is put up for sale. And we hope that second half will actually be quite good, for our coverage universe at least.
Okay, yeah, I think some of the stocks that you like a lot, we'll just put up the list for our viewers as well. I think it's Godrej Properties, Sobha and Keystone, from what I have. So you like them. Do tell us why you've picked out these three, and also address, concerns in some parts of the market. At least I've been hearing and reading about this, that the super luxury end of the market, that seems to be plateauing now.
See, I would say it's more of a consolidation phase. Obviously, we've seen good growth from a period of FY22 onwards till even till FY25, the sector grew at about 25% plus. So obviously, there will be certain periods where the industry or the segment will consolidate. Obviously, a lot of it is linked to the wealth creation in the economy, the stock market, the up rounds of startups. All of that is linked to wealth creation in the broader economy, and that helps bring some momentum in residential sales as well. But even if you look at ignoring, the last 6-7 months where we've probably have some sort of a time correction in prices, as well as the volumes have been a little muted. The last 3 years growth has been quite impressive. In the luxury segment, it's upwards of 25% plus, as I told you. And there will be some periods where, you will have muted numbers, but overall the trend seems to be positive. Supply still is at about 12-14 months across all markets, especially in the luxury and the...
Okay. Got your point, Sumit. So you're not in the camp that is getting a little worried about super premium luxury. Let's come to your stock picks, Godrej, Sobha and Keystone. Why these over some of the others?
A little slowdown in volumes. There will always be some bottom-up stories. Keystone has been very aggressive in business development. They've added quite a few big redevelopment projects. GTP Nagar in Sion is one, and we see that all coming into the P&L and the in the balance sheet, and there is a decent upside to that name, we believe. Sobha has a good pipeline of launches for H2 this year, and we hope and we believe that they'll do about 30 to 35% growth in pre-sales, and hence the valuations are up for a re-rating. And GPL, the powerhouse of Indian real estate, they have a good launch pipeline, including some large projects in Mumbai and Navi Mumbai, and they are on track to complete or achieve their FY26 target, which is about 32.5 thousand crores. And I think the stock has taken a beating, but there is again a case of a re-rating, and I think it can easily move up maybe 15-20% over a period of time. Yeah.
Okay, got that. Sumit, very quickly, last point, data centers. And we've been speaking to several developers. We spoke with Lodha yesterday, Prestige, I think last week. And most of them are talking about getting into this data center business and opportunity.
Yeah.
But how have you started valuing it? And these would be, I mean, from a real estate perspective, these would be just, centers. I don't think real estate developers themselves are getting into the tech of the data center. But
Yeah.
what is your read through? And from an earnings perspective, how much does it add? From a margin perspective, is it going to be margin accretive?
So I think I would look at it more from a sort of a annuity business, because I don't think so. Most of the developers are looking to set up racks and the associated infrastructure that that we think of a data center. They will be probably providing the real estate part of it. So I would look at it more like an annuity business, where the yields would be somewhere between 9.5% to 10% to start. This is on cost. And overall, I think the return expectations would be on a levered basis somewhere between 18 to 25%. So it's more like an annuity business. Obviously, this is one tailwind that almost everybody associated with this segment is looking to tap. And there is obviously from a small scale, this can grow to a sizable amount. But at this point of time, except for a few REITs, I don't think so many developers, except for maybe a few, have tie-ups with either institutional players or they have their own businesses to talk about. But yeah, it's an emerging sector, and from a small base can grow to a big base. Yeah,
9 to 10% sort of yield and a bit of an annuity sort of.
yeah, it will be more like an annual,
Yeah,
because they will be connected to the real estate part of it. I don't
sure.
think so. The allied
Okay.
infrastructure will be in their scope.
Okay. All right. Got it. Thank you very much.
Thank
All right.
you.
Well, that's real estate in focus. Just a quick recap of things.